Well, I'm doing a lot better now after being poorly for a couple of weeks, and didn't expect for this virus to last so long. And my girls and I were poorly for a couple of weeks, and I'm just so grateful to feel better now. It always makes me feel so grateful. Once I'm feeling a lot better after being poorly, I just feel so grateful. And I was thinking whilst I was poorly, because whilst I was being poorly, I've been showing obviously some of my older videos I recorded a month or so ago, and I was thinking, well, what could I share when I was starting to feel better the last few days? And I thought, oh, well, I thought of one poem, and the reason why I thought about sharing it is because sadly when I'm poorly, unwell at times, I can do something that I don't like doing, and that is picking my skin. I've got a scab that's healing here, and I don't really ever talk about it. People that know about it are my closest friends and family, and it's not something that I shout from the rooftops or anything. And so I thought about sharing this particular poem because I thought, you know what, I'm really trying hard not to pick my skin anymore. I don't want to do it. And I'm thinking it's a time I'll share this poem about it because I picked my skin. It makes sense. And then I hopefully won't be picking my skin again. That's my hope all the time. It's my hope, don't pick your skin. And so I try my best. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it, even though I can't stand it and it makes me feel really low. I felt pretty low this week about it. Because the old areas where I've picked here, there's another little scab here. It's caused scarring, a lot of scarring under the skin, and it hurts. It actually really, I mean, people go through far, far worse, but it actually really hurts. It can be really painful. And it sounds like a trivial thing, but even though it's healed in many ways, it really hurts sometimes. And it makes me think, well, something's wrong. Do I need to pick it? Sounds ridiculous. All these daft thoughts, like intrusive thoughts that you get. And I started picking my skin, and this is private to me, but I'm sharing it because maybe it might help somebody. But I started picking my skin pretty much after my divorce. And I think it was just the stress at the time and things that were going on. I just suddenly just started doing it as I think it was a coping mechanism, one of the coping mechanisms, and it was awful because, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it for a long time, but I would be away in the bathroom, and it's almost like this free time away from hiding from all these. I was coping with life, and I was dealing with all the issues because I might have to put my children first and doing all the things that were coming up in life. But at the same time, that was like, it's weirdly, when I picked my skin, it was like almost like a time where, one of the times where I could be away and shut the worries away. And so sadly, when I pick my skin, and it can be at times when I pick my skin, and people might not understand this, but it can last for a few hours. And I think the longest time I ever spent picking my skin was like up to 5 hours, and it's unbelievable even to me. But I know I've done that, and that was when things were at its worst, you know. And it's not like I really red my face, but you don't want to know. You don't want to know, honestly. I even had to go to the doctors one time because it was that bad, one of the places I picked my skin. And I'm not proud of it, and I know other people go through it. I'm even in a support group for it where you can feel seen and understood and help each other. Not that I go in the group very much. It's one of those groups on good old Facebook. It just helps you feel seen sometimes, and feel like you can, you can get through the things you need to do, and anyway, helps you have a bit of hope. So like I said, it's been since my divorce, and I think when I was younger I picked my skin a little bit, but hardly ever. Just probably, just hardly ever, really ever, like once, quite bad once, and that was it. And so really I didn't touch myself, and so I'm trying so hard. I've been trying so hard not to do it, and I know it's a stress thing, and I know probably when I'm ill it creates stress, extra stress. So I'm getting better, I'm improving, I feel like it's getting better, and I do believe it can go away. I feel like I can conquer it and master it, and it will go soon. And I feel sad that I've done it to myself. Now, you probably can't see. I don't show it on the videos. I try not to show like, oh, here, look at this, But and even other people don't notice it. I see it. The scars that I've caused, I notice it. Other people might not. And anyway, enough about that. So this is my poem about it, and maybe it'll help people. But I just thought I'd talk a little bit about it because I wanted to explain why I wrote the poem, and it's not easy when you have those I guess those coping mechanisms, and other people have. It's hard to say. My counsellor that met with she even said it's a type of self-harm, which is really awful and hard to say, but there you go. And I don't know, it's just one of those things. And I think it runs in my family a bit, the picking skin, but not to the extent I've done, you know. And my children have known about it, and that's the worst thing. And that my children don't even know that I pick my skin, not to the extent. They don't know the extent of it, of course, and I don't want to be that example. I want them to, they know that I'm trying not to. They know, you know, they know that it's not good, and they don't want to do it, you know. But I want to be the example they need. That's what I want to be. And I know, anyway, I do my best to be that example. But, you know, so I'll keep on working on it, and I believe I'm going to crack this. I really do, and I know I will. It's just, I've just got to learn to let go of this weird perfectionism thing, this coping mechanism thing. I think it comes under perfectionism, which I don't believe in at all, but I think I've got, you know, I think it comes under that. So after my long-winded waffling on about that, here's my poem. Okay. Touching her tired face while resting in bed, she felt something other than smooth, perfect skin. Pressing to ease a mind filled with lies, she broke healing barriers, her soul quietly cried. Why did she do it? No answer would come. Then off to the bathroom to see what she'd done. Already perfect, no matter the scars, she glanced at the mirror, and that's where it starts. Nothing to see here. I'm fixing a line. I'm sure I can change things, repairing past crimes. You see, she was sorry for every mark, but picking took over. The trance had embarked. The tissues kept coming. Her fingers turned red, but nothing was better. Her heart cried instead. Please hear me, Father. I need this to stop. Will you help me love the woman I am? I want to step forward. I want to feel free from habits that keep me wrestling within. Hours had slipped by. I crept into bed. Then worry took over. I'll wake up a mess. So I take a moment to write thoughts down here to help me remember I'm stronger than fear. Truth tell me I'm valued, that I'll win the fight. To trust and have faith in this soul of mine. I might not be perfect, and that is okay. I'll learn to walk through this. I'm loved, come what may. My head hits the pillow with thoughts stilled and calm. I'll wake with courage, one day at a time. I didn't think that was going to be hard to read in the middle, but it's hard. It is hard, and maybe it just reminds me of hard times. That's all. Maybe that habit that I'm gonna crush, I'm gonna master to stop it. Maybe the memory of it just reminds me of hard times. But I know I'm strong. I know it. Even though sometimes when I'm ill or whatever it might be, I might not feel as strong, and I might feel vulnerable or fragile, whatever it might be sometimes. Well, I say fragile, but weak, when we feel weak, when we're not feeling our best, when we're hard on ourselves. You know what? I personally believe we're all strong and we're all doing our best. I really, really, really believe in that. And I mean it. I believe everyone's doing their best, and I just do, because we're all in different places. And everyone's healing. And anyway. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for change, and I'm grateful we can recognise our worth. And I'm grateful we can let people love us. And I'm grateful for healing. And I'm grateful for hope.